Excellent afternoon, everyone. Excellent afternoon, everyone. We're all welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, 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 welcome. How are we? Today we are looking at corneal ulcer, ulcer of the eye, the causes, the symptoms, the treatment, remedies, and then prevention of corneal ulcer. You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we? I hope we had a good day. Thank God for my own day. I had a good day today. Had a long meeting, just coming back and taking this broadcast. All right, well, welcome. So you're welcome to this evening's broadcast as we treat corneal ulcer, ulcer of the eye, the causes, symptoms, remedies, and prevention. So if you join me online, kindly say good evening so that I can greet you also. And let's take a minute to share with our friends. Remember that when you see something good, it's good to share with others. There is love in giving. There is growth in giving. So welcome, welcome, welcome. As I share this on my pages and share with friends, kindly join me to also share with friends also as we look at corneal ulcer, the causes, the symptoms, the prevention, and also the treatment. A number of times some people have issues in their eyes and they don't know what it is, they don't know how to handle it. That's what we want to look at today, so that sometimes simple measures that you can take will just help you handle your eyes, handle your life, handle your bodies. Hello, Jen Destiny, Tom West. You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. You're the first to greet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Many times some of these things is not as if they're happening to you already, or is because in case you need to share with someone, in case it's happened to you before, and if it's going to happen again, you can prevent it. And also for prevention, because remember what I always tell us, prevention is cheaper, is safer, is actually better than cure. Hello, Blessing. Blessing, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast as we look at corneal ulcer, that is ulcer of the eye. Of course, I've already taught us a lot on ulcer, so you know what ulcer generally means, and as we go on this evening, we are going to be looking into details of what we're talking about today, about eye ulcers. So I'm almost through with sharing on my pages so that we can get going today. And actually, hello Angie. Angie, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, Olasumbo. Good evening. My day was great. It was a very fruitful day. I had a very important meeting, long but very fruitful, So I thank God for the privilege to be in that meeting. It's always a privilege for me, for the meeting I had today. So I'm still wearing my, what do they call this, long gown that I want to be easy for me in the meeting. Welcome, welcome. I hope I've shared it with everyone. All right, I hope so. Okay, I'll be able to see every one of us now. Let me make my phone in a way I can be able. Hello, welcome, welcome. I think I've greeted everyone. Olasumbo is the last person to greet. As many others join us, there are quite a number of us already on the broadcast. So as they join us and greet, then I'll be able to greet us this evening as we go on. All right. So, like I said, we are looking at corneal ulcer. What can you do about it? What are all the things you need to do for prevention, for treatment, for remedies, and also knowing the causes? Because actually, if you know what the causes are, then you'll be able to naturally stay away from them. Okay? Now, corneal ulcer, also known as keratitis, it's an open wound or sore in the cornea. If you look at your eye, this part of your eye is where they call the cornea. So the cornea covers the iris and the round pupil. Much like a watch crystal covers the face of a watch. The crystal covers the face of the watch. So a corneal ulcer usually results from the eye infection or severe dry eyes, or eye disorder. So those are the very major causes: eye infection, eye disorder, or severe dry eyes. And that's why you need to keep your eye, supple, wet, not really dry. And that's why it's very important for you to do the eye exercises, the blink, the roll up and down. If you go on my broadcast on Saturday, I taught us 11 exercises that we can do to, help strengthen our eye muscles, help relax our eye muscles, and also help the shape of our eye, and also help us with, some of the blink exercises that can help reduce dryness of the eye. So you can go down my page and watch it, and take advantage of even the promo there. Hello, Ijoma and Joku. You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, Ireti Lawal, to this evening's broadcast. Blessing, you say you just bought your Forever Move and Nature Mean. All right. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you for buying. And I pray it does the good work it's doing to hundreds of people out there since May. All over the world, people are sending in messages thanking me for Forever Move. One woman says it's a movement miracle. She says it's a movement miracle for her, that she has not gotten up to walk about for a long time, but that Forever Move, using it for 2 weeks, she got up, she was able to do her fitness ball exercise. She was so excited. So Blessing, you're going to be enjoying your own very, very much also. All right, so all symptoms of corneal ulcer are severe and should be treated immediately to prevent blindness. If you actually have corneal ulcer, it should be treated immediately. Remember, even normal ulcer or normal as when you're having acid reflux and you don't treat it immediately, and it goes from acid reflux to ulcer in your duodenum or your stomach, it can become severe in a way that it can tear your intestine, and then they will begin to talk about operation. So actually, prevention is the best, and then early treatment is also very important for so many of these diseases. Take, for example, like high blood pressure or diabetes or ulcer, or arthritis. If you start early to treat these things, then it won't gravitate to the second or third stages, or even fourth, or even very, very chronic stages of some of these diseases. So it's very, very important for you to start early. The same with corneal ulcer. A corneal ulcer itself looks like a gray or white area or spot on the usually transparent cornea. It looks like a gray spot. It looks like a white spot on the cornea, that covers your iris and co. So some corneal ulcer are too small for you to see without being magnified, but you will feel the symptoms. And that's why it's very, very important for you to listen to the symptoms today. So even if you can't see it, you're not sure if you're having it, the symptoms will show, the symptoms will manifest. And so it's important for you to listen and know the symptoms. Hello, IJ Duru. Eteg Marian, how are you? You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, IJ Duru. Welcome, Odwak Ekanem. We're all welcome to this. Welcome, Cyril Esther. You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. We are looking at corneal ulcer. That's ulcer of the eye, the causes, the symptoms, the remedies, and the prevention. And I've already told us what it is. You can watch the replay if you're just joining us. And I'm saying that sometimes you don't see it, so you don't know that it's there, except if they magnify. The doctors, the ophthalmologists use magnifying glass, all those things they used to look in. But at least that if it's happening to you, you will know the symptoms. So there are, you may notice signs of infection before you are aware of the corneal ulcer. So some of the symptoms we have is itchy eye. When your eye is itching you so much that sometimes you can have some kind of dryness that will begin to make your eyes to itch. But when there's water, and that's why also people who have eye issue, I advise you buy watery eye. There's this eye drop they call watery eye. They sell them in so many pharmacies that for you to put to remove kind of dryness. So itchy eye is one of the symptoms of corneal ulcer. Watery eyes is also one of it. Then, pus-like discharge that will come out from your eyes. You can begin your eyes or your eye, depending on if it's one eye, will begin to have some pus-like discharge. Then you will have one kind of burning or stinging sensation in the eye. it will see as if, you know, there is this tingling sensation or burning sensation in your eye. And also sometimes it comes with red or pink eye, especially when it has gone a little far. The people will always have red or pink eye. And then sensitivity to light. You can't look at the lights. Like I'm looking at the studio light, I'm looking at the lights in the room where I am now. The person will not be able to look at the light very well. You know, another symptom is eye inflammation. You begin to have some kind of, you know, inflammation in the eye. And then, of course, the name that is called sore eye. You know, you have sore in your eye. You will have excessive water coming out, like watery tears. When tears, as if you're crying, when yet you're not crying, there's no emotional attachment, you're just there, you're okay, but your eyes are just watery. And then sometimes you can also have blurred vision. These are some of the symptoms of corneal ulcer or ulcer of the eye. And then you have white spot on your cornea, and then swollen eyelids. That's another symptoms. The eyelids will become swollen. And then, you know, like I said before, you will have pus or discharge coming out, sensitivity to the light, and feeling as if something is in your eye. Like, you know, you always feel maybe there's a foreign body in your eye, yet there's nothing in that eye. Oh, Marietta, you've got your package. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I'm excited. This one was also fast. Thank God, thank God. So enjoy your supplements. Enjoy your supplement. Marianne Eteng is one of my retaining customers. In fact, you're fantastic. You need this. She has tried so many of the supplements, and you can feel it. You know, I was looking at her DP and I'm like, wow, you're just glowing. Marianne, you're really glowing. Oh. Let me not say I envy you, but you're really glowing. I can see the change. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Marianne. And all my customers, those who have tried the product, you know, it's not just about the money. I'm excited when I see the change of people who have used my products for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. I see the glow. I see the youthfulness coming out. I see their skin becoming, you know, glowing, same color. They're looking younger. They're looking brighter. They're glowing and looking really excited. And, you know, most importantly, healthier. Marianne has given me a lot of testimonies. In fact, her sister is following her because of the change. It was even her sister that said, what are you taking that is making you glow like this? Okay, so we're looking at corneal ulcer, and I've already told us what it is and some of the symptoms that you can feel. And remember that I said you might not see it, but the symptoms that you feel, you know, the symptoms that you see will help you to know whether you're having the corneal ulcer. Hello, Ifi. Ibo said blood vision can also be associated with diabetes, right? Yes, diabetes affects the eyes a lot. You know, sometimes diabetes can even cause some kind of slagging. We're going to handle diabetes next month. Please remind me if I forget. Month of July is the month to crush every form of diabetes, type 1, type 2, type, even if you like, let it be type 1 to 10. We're going to crush diabetes. We're going to be free from diabetes, blood sugar. I'm going to be teaching you all the things you need to do to prevent it, to stay away from it, and also to manage and come out of it. Next month, July, is for diabetes. So if you thank you for reminding me with your question here. All right, so some of the causes of corneal ulcer. Number 1 is bacterial infection. You know, these are common, especially for people who are using contact lenses, those who wear contact lenses, you know, and also those who use extended wear glasses. You know, if you use extended wear glasses or contact lenses, it can cause corneal ulcer. So you need to be very, 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 very careful. Very, very careful. The hygiene is really high-tech hygiene, and you shouldn't just go into it if you know you will not be able to maintain the hygiene of contact lenses. Then the second cause is viral infection. You know, the virus that causes cold sores, you know, the herpes simplex virus, they also cause recurring attacks on the eye. You know, these attacks are triggered by stress or impaired immune system or exposure, unnecessary exposure to some kind of sunlight. You know, so, and that's why it's very, very, I always tell people, your immunity is very, very important. If you have high immunity, even when mosquitoes bite you, your immune system will be able to fight all those infections, will fight the parasites. If it's mosquito bite, we'll be able to fight whatever is coming. Because like I always tell us, God has designed our body wonderfully and beautifully. And that's why for us Christians, we also always say that I am wonderfully and beautifully made. That's what my scripture tells me. I am wonderfully and beautifully made. So God has made our body in a way that it regenerates, it heals itself. God has put everything in our bodies. But the food we eat, our lifestyle, our not just, when we're talking about lifestyle, is also emotional, psychological, will and things like that can come and destroy this body. And of course, like I always tell us, that's why attitude and mindfulness is important, and supplementation is also important. Also, the virus that causes chicken pox, and syphilis, and shingles, that's the varicella virus, can also cause corneal ulcer. So the varicella virus, which causes the chicken pox, can also infect the eye and also cause corneal ulcer. So we've looked at bacterial infection, especially for those who are using the causes of corneal ulcer, bacterial infection, especially for those losing contact lenses, viral infection, that can also come as a result of some kind of varicella viruses, that's the chicken pox, or also triggered by impaired immune system, or also stress. If you overstress your body and your immune system, your immunity drops, or you overstress your eye, it can cause corneal ulcer. Then fungal infection, improper use of contact lenses again, or steroid eye drops. So all those eye drops that we use that are steroid, it can also lead to fungal infection. This can also lead to fungal infection. I need to put my phone on silent. Okay. It can also lead to fungal infection, which in turn can cause corneal ulcer. So a corneal injury that results in plant material getting into your eye can also lead to fungal keratitis. Okay. So we need to be very careful. And that's why sometimes when you're exposed, like if you're traveling, buy your sunglasses and wear. Okay, even if you don't want to wear your sunglasses, you can wear a transparent one, especially if you're traveling in open vehicle, or those of us who commute to work in commercial vehicles. That they don't cover the way they don't cover the glasses because they're not using the air conditioner, and you have to go on those roads every day. You need to find how to protect your eyes when you are in those places. Some other causes are parasitic, parasitic infection, like microscopic single-celled amobia that can actually cause human infection. That's parasites. They are the most common amoeba in fresh water and soil. That's the acanthamoeba. So when acanthamoeba enters the eye, it can cause a bad infection, particularly for contact lens users. So, and it's found in water. So one has to be very, very careful. Remember what I said. If you're wearing contact lenses, you need to be sure that you're keeping up to good hygiene. Hello, Esther Hiro. You're welcome. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, Felicia Adekbeto. Welcome, Mayowa Alabi. So this evening, we are looking at corneal ulcer. That's ulcer of the eye. And then we are looking at the causes, the symptoms, the remedies, and the prevention of corneal ulcer. All right, so we've looked at, I've told you what it is, and I've also told you the symptoms, telling you that sometimes you don't know it is the symptoms, you used to know it. And I've also told you some of the causes: bacterial infection, viral infection, fungal infection, parasitic infection. And then also you can have some kind of abrasions or burns on the cornea caused by injury to the eye. Sometimes when you have eye injury, they can cause some kinds of abrasion or burns to the cornea, like scratches, scrapes, cuts can become infected by bacteria and lead to corneal ulcer. That's why it's not very good for you to be rubbing your eyes all the time. You're having some itching. It's better for you to quickly use an eye drop like wet tears, or get straight to the ophthalmologist for them to tell you, or just call up somebody to tell you the first aid eye drop you can use, instead of, you know, using your hands to scratch your eye so much. It's not very, very good. Oh, who is saying good morning? Adamson, where are you? That is morning now. Maybe no. Mad girl Adamson, which country are you in that is good morning now? Excellent evening, Felicia. You're welcome. I want to know your country, Adamson. All right, so scratches, scrapes, cuts can become infected by bacteria and then lead to corneal ulcer, like I said. So these injuries can happen from, you know, fingernails. Sometimes when you're scratching your fingernails, it can also be paper cuts or makeup brushes or tree branches. I know one of the days I was rushing somewhere and I saw the tree, but I thought I bent down enough to, you know, to the leaves, that the branches that came off. I thought I bent down enough. I didn't know I didn't bend down enough. So it hit my eyes, and the leaf, you know, just scratched my eyes a bit. Thank God I was okay. But some people have that kind of incidences, and then it becomes something else. Where your life is hid with Christ in God, I'm sure you're protected by God. But you know, some of these injuries can also cause some sores that will lead to corneal ulcer. Burns caused by corrosive chemicals, you know, that might be in workplaces or at home, can also cause corneal ulcer. You know, sometimes you stay in a workplace, especially those who work in factories. You need to be very, very careful. If you work in factories or your office is near all these factories where they have corrosive chemicals that are coming out, you need to be very, very careful. I can remember there was a time in the area where we were living that there were a lot of smoke coming out, and people were beginning to have, they were saying they were having Apollo. But it wasn't really Apollo. It's the corrosion coming from, you know, that factory. All those chemicals that they are burning to produce what they are producing. So you need to be very, very careful. Remember, as I told you, even smokers, when they are smoking, they are inhaling the smoke, and you are a secondary smoker also. It can be dangerous to your health also. So these are some of the causes that we've looked at today. Then another one is the Bell palsy, other eyelid disorder that prevents proper eye functioning. Like if your eyelid does not function properly, the cornea can dry out, and then it can develop into corneal ulcer or ulcer of the eye. And remember, do practice your daily eye exercises. Like I told us, blinking is very, very important. You can see me blink. If you blink, you're kind of helping to promote circulation of the water in your eyelids. And remember our palm exercises that we tried on Saturday also. You rub your palm so that there will be proper blood circulation. You put it over your eye. You can watch the video to see all that. Hello, Daphne. Daphne, you're welcome. Daphne is watching from Pretoria, South Africa, and it's evening. Yeah, it's evening in Nigeria. I think South Africa is 2 hours ahead of us. Daphne, welcome to this evening's broadcast. Daphne Cecilia Akawo, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Hello, Grace. Grace is another of my customers. Grace, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. She also buys products. You know, oh, Adamson from Jamaica. How are you? How is Jamaica? I hope it's good. It's one country now. One country I would like to go to. You know, one of the years before I joined Forever Living Company, they had their global rally in Jamaica. I'm looking forward to, even if it's just our Eagle Managers conference, for us to have there, so I can come to Jamaica. Thank you for joining from Jamaica, Adamson. You're welcome. Hello, Yusuf Comfort. Good evening. Hello, Amina Momadu. Welcome. Hello, Lola Eno. You're welcome. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. We are looking at ulcer of the eye or corneal ulcer. And we have looked at some of the symptoms, the causes, and then we'll soon go into some remedies that you have. Hello, Gaba. Welcome from Ikorodu, Lagos. Hello, welcome, Gaba from Ikorodu, Lagos. All right, okay. Other causes of corneal ulcer are dryness of your eyes, dry eyes, and that's why I taught us all those exercises, and that's why I talk about some of the food for the eyes. You need the good food for the eyes. You know, so dryness, that one is something that is not as if it's an injury, it's not an infection. You know, it's something that you can easily help. So what you can easily help, don't allow it to begin to cause issues for you. Then inflammatory disorder, like we have looked at, and wearing unsterilized contact lenses, like I've told us. And then another thing that causes, you know, ulcer of the eye is when you lack vitamin A a lot. Vitamin A deficiency can make you have corneal ulcer or ulcer of the eyes, and that one is something you can avoid. Dryness of eyes you can avoid, and vitamin A deficiency you can avoid. Using water that is contaminated by amoeba you can avoid. So all these ones you can avoid. You need to watch your health. Remember what I said, take care of your body, because it's this body that carries you, that helps you to do the work that you're supposed to do. Okay? And then if you need vitamin A is very, very important. It's very, very essential. It's something that I know you need a lot. I did a promo on Saturday on A Beta Care. A Beta Care, even the way you see the name is A Beta Carotene, you know, A Beta Care. So it has vitamin A, 250% of vitamin A. And even for those who are having one kind of eye issue that the doctor says you should take like 1000 mg or whatever they call it. If you just take 4 tablets, 4 soft gels of this, it gives you what you need. It has vitamin E enough. So I call this the food for the eye. I call this A Beta Care the food for the eye. So if you want to prevent corneal ulcer out of vitamin A deficiency, you need this. It's very, very good for you. All right, and I'm still giving it as a promo for today. I don't know if I will do it for more than today, tomorrow, okay? Because the bottles are reducing drastically. So it's still going at 40% discount. It's supposed to be 12,500, but if you buy it today, you're buying it for 7,500. My A Beta Care is supposed to be 12,500, but if you buy it today, you're buying it for 7,500, because it will give you the vitamin A enough that you need. And of course, you know that vitamin A is not just a matter for the eye. Smooth skin, you know, vitamin A, very, very good for smooth skin also. All right, so we're going to the remedies now. We'll go to the conventional remedies. Hello, Anne. Anne, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are looking at corneal ulcer of the eye. We are looking at the causes, which we have looked at about 6 causes. We have looked at the symptoms. We have looked like about 10 symptoms. You can watch the replay. And now I want us to start handling the remedies. I can run through, you know, later when I'm through. So the remedies, we have the conventional remedies. 1, always consult your ophthalmologist to treat eye-related issues. I'm not a medical doctor. I always tell us this. I'm only an alternative nutritionist. I teach you how you stay away from the hospital, how you stay healthy using natural remedies, natural things you can find around you, using exercises, using your diet change, using your lifestyle changes, you know, to stay healthy, to look younger and age gracefully. Of course, you know you are in the Aging with Grace page. So that's what we do here. It's a one-stop place where I teach you how to age gracefully all round and stay away from the hospital, you know, so that you can live optimally and be what you're supposed to be. All right, so I said conventionally, number 1, always go to your ophthalmologist if you have any eye related issues so that it can be handled well. Then if you're suffering from corneal ulcer, then you need to first of all consult your doctor as soon as possible. Remember what I said, sometimes you don't know you have it, but the symptoms I have shared with you can tell you if you have it. If you do, visit your hospital. The doctor will examine the cause of your corneal ulcer and will also provide you with the appropriate medical help that you need, you know, for it. Then if your ulcer is caused by bacteria, then he can prescribe antibacterial eye drops for you. But be careful, as a secondary fungal infection takes place because of suppressing of bacterial growth. So, you know, it allows fungi to grow faster. So sometimes when they are suppressing the bacterial growth, it will make the fungal, you know, especially if it's caused by fungal parasites, then that one will now begin to grow. So that's why it's actually very important for you to visit the hospital. Remember, today I'm teaching you prevention, I'm teaching you the first aid, I'm teaching you what first you should do to make sure that you stay away from corneal ulcer. Then you can also treat corneal ulcer naturally at home. You can also, you know, manage it naturally at home. So we're going to be looking at that also. Number one is your vitamin D. If you have a deficiency of vitamin D, then you have to take vitamin D supplements and sit out on the sunlight, especially the early morning sunlight, for at least 10 to 15 minutes each day to reduce your deficiency of vitamin D, sorry. You know, that reminds me of when what is it called, when corona was very high, and they were saying that some of the people were catching it because they were lacking vitamin D. And then they were now asking, why is it that all these people who are selling on the streets, some people who are not so well to do, are not having coronavirus? And somebody say, when from morning till night they stay in the sun, they have excess vitamin D. Don't mind all these ones that are AC house to AC car to AC office to AC toilet to AC kitchen. They will not get sunlight now, so they are suffering for corona. I laughed. Hello, Odua Kekenem. You need one a better care, no problem. Just chat me on my WhatsApp number +234 703 515 1642. And you'll be getting your own. Chat me on +234 703 515 1642, and you will get your own. They are going to put it on the comment section and then pin it so that you can see it. So make sure you have enough vitamin D, and I have vitamin D in this supplement, Nature Min. I did promo for Nature Min last week. So we're talking about vitamin D. If you have a deficiency of vitamin D, then you may have to get vitamin D supplement and then sit under the sunlight for 10 to 15 minutes every day. Then if you're suffering from eye infection, then you need to wear your sunglasses if you're going out in the sunlight. So I was trying to show you a supplement that has enough vitamin D. I have my Nature Min. This Nature Min has all the vitamin D that you need. It's complete here. You have your vitamin D complete in Nature Min. It's not going on 40%, but I'll give you, if you're buying it because of your eye, a 30% discount just for today. This one is not even lasting till tomorrow because I finished the ones that I bought. Okay, all right. So another care that you need for your eye is, like I said, wear your sunglasses when you're suffering from corneal ulcer, or if you're having kind of itching or taking, you know, any kind of having eye issue, you need to wear your glasses. And like I said, if you're shy that you don't want to wear sunglasses because it makes you look as if you're posing, buy transparent glasses that are okay and wear when you're going out, so that you can at least protect your eye from some of the other contacts that can happen to them. It will actually prevent unnecessary strain for your eye also, especially when you use the sunglasses when you're going out to the sun. So also you need some kind of dietary changes. You need to change your diet if you're suffering from corneal ulcer. Do not drink or eat anything that has fungi, anything that has yeast, and you know, and it starts following candy diet, as it includes like yogurt and things like that. So you need to avoid that, and also increase your intake of protein and fiber and the healthy fats. Remember, trans fat not good for you, saturated fat not good for you. Look for fats that are healthy. If you go down my page, I treated fats on my page. You find the fats that are good for you. Hello, Fumi Adesida. You're welcome to this evening's broadcast. All right, so take your eye food, and I told you your eye food is a better care. Another eye food I have is the Lysium. You can even Google Lysium and you will see what Lysium does. This actually has Lysium Plus because it has daily value that you need for your Lysium extract. That's a fruit, and it also have the powdered root of it. Very, very good for those who want to protect their retina, and even people who are having early glaucoma to stop further, loss of fields. These are very, very good for you also. So I said, don't take anything that has yeast. Increase your intake of protein, fiber, and fat. And then the best way to prevent corneal ulcer is to seek treatment as soon as you develop any symptom of eye infection or as soon as your eyes are injured. That's the best prevention. Usually it doesn't just happen anyhow or all the time for people. But if you have any issue with your eye, don't begin to waiting and procrastinating. Quickly go and handle your eye. Your eye is very, very important. It's like one of the most important organs of your body. And if we know that, we'll be able to actually handle that well. Then other preventive measures that you need are avoiding sleeping wearing your contact lenses. For those of us who are using contact lenses, then cleaning and sterilizing your contact lenses before or after wearing them, and then rinsing your eyes to remove any foreign objects. Try and form the habit of, like, when you come in from outside, get very clean water you're sure that is very clean, and you just put it on your eyes to wash off. Sometimes some of those dots and some of the things that you pick up might still be external. But when you don't clean them off immediately, they now, when you rub your eyes and use your eyes on things, they will now begin to wash in and go into your eyes. So rinse your eyes to remove any foreign objects when you come back. Wash your hands each time you want to touch your eyes. Wash your hands. I know it's not very easy. Like me, I don't know how many times I've touched my eyes. I don't know if it's because I'm talking about eyes that I'm just touching it, but that's the truth. That's even one of the things that made coronavirus to spread very fast, because they say when you touch somebody that has corona and you put your hand in your eyes or your nose or your mouth, and many people, and that's why they were talking about wearing face masks and things like that, exposing it. It's a habit we also need to stop. Hello, Omono Oje, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, Emmanuel Remy Olukemi. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You can drop your questions. I'll take your question. Today is not a very long day, so I have time to take your questions today. But remember what we have said. How do you take care of your eyes so that you will not have corneal ulcer or some of these eye issues, so that you can give your eyes the food it needs to prevent cataract, to prevent glaucoma, to prevent dryness, to prevent wetness of eye, tears coming out. And I told you that a better care is one product that you should have. This a better care is for any child, any adult, any man. And in fact, you can even go and study vitamin A and vitamin E. This product is not just meant for eye. It's also meant for if you need good skin, like people who are having eczema. If you take a lot of it, gradually it will remove it from inside out. It also helps to keep your skin glowing from inside out. Then for people who are having prostate issues, and also for prostate prevention, like prostate enlargement prevention, prostatitis prevention, you also need your A beta care, because it has all the nutrients that is needed for the prostate health. And I said to help us today, I'm giving it at a mind-blowing discount of 40% just for today, and you pay tomorrow, latest tomorrow, and then it goes back to the normal price. So I take our questions now, and then we call it a day It was a very long day for me, so that's why I was fast to make sure we finish. Hello, Elizabeth Iyabode, you're welcome, welcome to this evening's broadcast. Odua Kekenem, I've already put my number on the screen. You need the bottle. Chat me privately, and if there's anyone here that needs it, chat me privately on my number that is pinned on the screen, and I'll be able to tell you how you'll be getting your better care. Any question before we call it a day? Hello, Elizabeth Iyabode, you're welcome. Any comment, any question? So let me just run through in case I get any questions. So today we went through corneal ulcer of the eye. Remember that this month we are looking at ulcer. Next month we are going to be looking at and treating diabetes, okay? Next month will be for diabetes. Last month was for arthritis. And a lot of people are really jumping up now. No more knee pains. To the glory of God. Hallelujah. So this month we are looking at ulcer. We have already looked at duodenum ulcer, stomach ulcer. We have looked at foot ulcer. We have looked at exercises you can do if you're having acid reflux and things like that. So you can go down my page and watch that today. And by by Thursday, we'll be through with all our ulcer teachings that we are having. Let me check the date of Thursday before we now start our introduction to diabetes. So by Thursday will be 24th. Okay, I give it up to next week Monday. So by next week Monday, we'll finish up all about ulcer. So ask your questions. Of course, you know that your question would help me to know some topics to treat. So if I've not taught any part of ulcer that you're having, ask me question on it, and I'm going to treat it also. So I've already described what corneal ulcer is. That is also known as keratitis, and is an open sore in the cornea, you know, and that the cornea covers the iris and the round pupil. That skin that covers it is the cornea. And I also talked about that all symptoms of corneal ulcer are severe and should be treated immediately to prevent, you know, blindness. And then I talked about the fact that when you're having corneal ulcer, you might not see it very, very well. So you need to study the symptoms and know what the symptoms are, so that if you're having any of the symptoms, you visit your eye doctor to be sure that you're not having corneal ulcer. So I talked about itchy eyes, watery eyes, pus-like discharge from your eyes, burning or stinging sensation, red or pink eye sensitivity. You can't look at the light or the sun very well. Then eye inflammation, sore of the eye, excessive tearing, blood vision, white spots on your cornea, swollen eyelids, and I say feeling as if there is a foreign body in your eye. Those are the symptoms. And then I also talked about the causes, and I said some of the causes include bacterial infection. I talked about viral infection. I also talked about fungal infection. I also talked about parasitic, that's the anta-amabia infection. I also talked about it. Hello Lolo Enomadu. You're asking if I don't give live I don't go live on YouTube, but I send my videos to YouTube. I hope they are still sending it. Shegu. The videos are supposed to be sent to YouTube. I'm just telling Brother Shegu now to remind him. So I don't give live broadcast, but I send the videos to YouTube, so you can go later and watch the videos in the YouTube. Okay, all right. So I talked about parasitic infection, and then I talked about some of the causes being burns or abrasions on your cornea, injuries, burns, things like sticks coming up, and then your eyelid having not functioning very well, dryness of eye injury, inflammatory disorders, wearing unsterilized contact lenses. Then I talked about remedies. visit your eye doctor regularly. Go for your test, and if you're having any eye issue, run to your doctor. And then I also talked about antibacterial eye drop, and also said you should be careful about that, because when you suppress the bacteria very well, then you can have, if it's a fungal growth, then it might grow even faster. So you need to be very, very careful. That's why it's good for you to visit the hospital. And then I also talked about some natural ways, vitamin D, vitamin A, and I told you about these two supplements that you can get this for 30% discount, this for 40% discount just for today. And then I also said that also caring for your eye by wearing sunglasses can also help. And then dietary changes that you need, make sure you take your beta carotene, plenty carrot, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin D, a lot of all those vitamins to help your eye. And then I also talked about your increasing your protein and fiber intake, and then avoiding yeast. If you're having corneal ulcer, you need to avoid yeast. And of course, prevention is better than treatment. Take your supplements and take them very, very well. And if you're wearing contact lenses, make sure you keep to the hygiene of your contact lenses. Thank you for joining me this evening. I appreciate you always being online with me, and being my top fans and asking questions. I love you all. Bye for today. Bye.